everybody. This is Daniel Peterson of Baka Bros Entertainment, working on Chaos Kart, and this is the new Chaos Kart devlog for May. Sorry that I haven't got back to you guys in a long time, well, at least a few months, just because I was finishing off grad school. So there's a lot going on, but we still had some development. As you might see, things have been a little bit different in this game. We finally have a main menu, the basics of a main menu anyway. And more. So, and environments and stuff like that too, and a third character popping up here on the right. So anyway, let's get to it. So, yeah, me and quite a few of the Baka Bros crew, or people that have been my talent pool and everything, just finished our master's degree in game development, me in game art specifically. And yeah, so it's taken up a big part of May, and probably since like February to May, it's been like semi-crunch time plus work and all that stuff. But yeah, so I've been basically just running task management. I've been working on this new champion Bucky while being in school, and just trying to get as much done as possible while still kind of being busy with schooling. Anyway, so that being said, we are also about to release a new tutorial series. That's why I haven't been like publishing a lot of stuff on YouTube, is because we're actually pre-recording an entire series on how I made this character Bucky right here with his like weapon, vehicle, and himself, all in the stylized kind of manner and everything. And so people that are interested in art development, whether it be props, vehicles, or characters, that should be a really fun tutorial for you guys to see. We'll have that up on Udemy and for Patreon patrons, as well as a full rigging pipeline and full animation pipeline on how we're doing our attack animations and how we're rigging up all the weapons and vehicle wheels and like the character biped stuff. So it really will be a pretty compact series, or multiple different smaller series for a little less money and everything. So probably have a mixture of those. But anyway, I just wanted to shout that out because that's going to be happening this summer, release of those tutorials. So yeah, if you're a Patreon patron, you'll be getting it up to the if you're $5 a month, or for Udemy people who. So I'll be posting these on Twitter. And so people who want to buy tutorials from there, interested in game art, game rigging or game animation, and perhaps game character integration tutorials, then that will be coming up very soon. But in the meantime, I want to show you guys what we have changed and added to the game. Some big shifts. We have multiplayer functionality that's almost ready. So we're getting peer-to-peer functionality. This past like couple of weeks, we've had a network programmer, and he's been absolutely phenomenal, and super excited to get actual multiplayer functionality going. Right now it's not here just yet, but we do have the basics of it. So if I host, right now it's off of IP, so I'm not going to show that. Or you can join someone else's IP. But yeah, we'll hopefully in the future, for basic multiplayer functionality, I want to have it to where it's similar to Among Us, where you put in an actual password and that kind of thing, or you set into a random game. At least for right now, until we go server side. Other than that, options are not available at the moment. So this is basically just like the new logo, Chaos Kart logo, this cool environment that that we basically had gotten from an awesome environment artist, a stylized environment artist, and everything. They're just phenomenal, and they have a lot of packs on the Unreal Engine Place Market, and I can put the link with their stuff below. A fantastic environment artist. Anyway, so let's get to the core of what we've done and changes that have happened that we can play right now. So right now we have the first single player. We have the very jank yet basic character select screen. So when we do have multiplayer functionality happening, then this is probably it's going to be updated, but this is what we see right now anyway. It is very, very basic, bare bones right now. So we just kind of have them having like a kind of silly animations or idle animations at the moment. So right now, only only Malboy and Revenera are playable, and you can see these are actually locked characters. We have Talk for the AD carry electrical AD carry character, Hookbeard, that pirate character that I've been working on, Lancelot. We have Rex, and we'll have Bucky, of course. That'll be in this lineup and everything. But right now, and we have the Space Marine, and but right now we have Malboy and Revenera playable. So I'm gonna go ahead and show Malboy driving this new environment. I think it'd be kind of fun to see. So let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna go press F11 so you can guys see the full screen. So right off the bat, we have this gorgeous like environment art that we've been setting up and everything, and so you can just drive. I'm really enjoying this kind of more natural feel to you know how like Mario Kart has a very linear feel, and a racing game needs to be somewhat linear, of course, but I think the benefit of this is it feels a lot more like outdoorsy and kind of like more of a visceral drive, I guess, where you're actually driving up and down these hills. The way that the kart physics currently works, you can literally just drive on the side of these hills, and this is a fun, just a fun way to have like more tune-like racing, when you can like go up to the side and slope around and everything. Not on all of this, obviously this like this rock will block you and everything, but so we do need to have actual borders where you can't just like cheese a whole map, but that can be set with just having rock piles or like hard borders with natural reasons why they're actually borders, rather than just, oh, you just can't go here because there's a false wall or something. Anyway, yeah, so I feel like this is the environment art style that we want to go for, and it kind of matches pretty well with the characters, I think, and yeah, it's kind of a fun feel. And so right now we have his animations we got going, and we can do drifting, boosting like usual, R's for our spin attack, that will have like a knockaway effect and everything. So but yeah, we're just kind of playing around with a little bit of like the environment art right now, and just kind of seeing what we can do with it. This is a preset map and everything, so this is kind of something to show off the environment. But I really do like the feel of this map in certain ways, certain aspects. I think that will definitely keep some of that. Anyway, you've already seen Malboy in action. Let's go ahead and switch over to Revenera. So I'm going to go back into my main menu and check her out. We're really hoping to get a playable build here very soon, so hopefully you guys will be able to play this for yourselves and see how fun this is to just drive around. Alright, so F11, and so right off the bat we have Revenera. I know you've seen Revenera driving around, flying around a little bit from last time, and she still does have the silly kart engine sounds, which we'll have to get rid of course. But he's also changed the UI, which we do need to fix. So currently the UI is invisible from the front, and I actually want to have the UI health bar, similar to League or other kind of games, just follow the camera, so it's always facing the camera. That way it's just never like a problem, like not understanding where health or mana or whatever it is. Yeah, she drives pretty smooth. Let's just kind of see her drive a little bit. Another change we need to make is the book is still jumpy when we're making turns, so as you're like kind of bouncing your fingers around and everything like that, like the book is still pretty jumpy. So we need to figure out a way to mitigate that kind of, and maybe we'll have a smooth transition. We're going to be doing that, or just have them fly around Revenera kind of more randomly and stuff. Also, right here, this is another clip error where you can actually just drive up trees and be a monkey and stuff. This is just part of like the current kart physics, which will be definitely game breaking, which it could be fun in certain aspects if we play it right. So I think if we keep this, then we'll just have to have really harsh borders of like cannot go up tree or cannot go up certain things or whatever, right? So but I do think that they could come into play for certain maps, to be able to drive up stuff and be a little more epic and everything like that. Just feels pretty good. But yeah, I really do like this kind of more natural environment. I think it feels really fun. You know, the grass is like flying past you and everything. It's just kind of a good time. It just feels good. And then we have her spell cast now. So we have her left and right spell casts, which right now, the longer you hold it, the further it goes. And if you just click on it, it'll do a quick return, right? So her name is Revenera, which is like French for return, or Revenera is French for return. And so basically, yeah, the longer you hold it, so like Malaboy, the longer you hold his right or left attack, the harder it hits, and the harder you'll shoot someone, like crowd control based stuff. But for her, the longer you hold the right or left, the longer it goes. So if I hold this down and as far as it goes. So and it goes at a 45 degree rather than Malaboy's 90 degree, like straight to either side. Hers actually goes at a 45 degree angle like this. I feel like it felt a little more intuitive, and yeah, the programmer is like, I think this will just feel better. We do still have range of motion here. We need to have a lock system where it can't go past 90. I don't want the camera to be like, oh, you can just see anywhere you want to at all times. Or if we do have that, then you at least can't cast behind you and that kind of stuff, right? So right now, if I press R, oh yeah, this is her new ability that we just like got instated basically, which is your fire, dark, and ice abilities, and so all of them do different things. So if I cast fire, if I press R again, this is what Twisted Fate from League of Legends. If I cast fire, then in whatever direction I'm looking, it'll cast burn damage, and I'll show you this the actual damage in a second, off of Malaboy, for instance. Dark will be more of like an explosion. So like for right now, if I shoot someone with dark, then it actually makes them go and it makes them move forward or in the opposite direction, kind of like a confusion spell or something. And then the ice is actually it creates a no friction zone. So if you hit the ground with the ice, then you'll slip on that ice, and anyone that passes by will slip. Or if you cast it and it hits on the actual person, then it'll lock the controls and make it to where they don't have friction for a short amount of time. So it doesn't like stop you necessarily. It's not gonna like immediately you're frozen in place. It actually just makes it to where you can't, like if you're turning, you're gonna keep on turning for maybe like 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds, whatever obligatory amount of time we decide to put it on, to make it more fair for the other characters and stuff like that. We don't want her to be too OP. But yeah, right now, so she's getting left and right cast. She can choose her spell and basically directional cast. That one's a return. We do the ice one. Less dark again. Let's see. Turn. Ice. And boop. Here's the ice. So yeah, let's see that in actual action for what it actually does in the map. Let's see what that was going to be on Matt's map. So on this kind of the basic map here, see I have less cooldown, so it's nicer to show off and stuff. So if I start my fire, for instance, see his health is currently on 80. So let's see. Run just like forward cast at him. Oops. For some reason, oh, there we go. Now I can pivot. For some reason, I was locked pivot. So here I'm going to R again. Now cast fire. So see, it immediately did 10 damage, and then it does burn damage over time, which I believe goes to is 4 right now. Yeah, it's around 4. So it's about 9 damage for this currently. And then we'll go to the dark spell, which should make him juke. So yeah, it's currently makes him juke in the opposite direction that he got shot from. It's kind of like a confusion spell. And then we'll go for the ice spell. The ice spell doesn't really look like anything at the moment. It looks like he's like just getting hit, but he'll actually do that kind of like frozen friction thing. It just doesn't really show very well when he's sitting there. We also finally got her her broomstick finished and everything. I know last time it was plain white. So the textures are now in and looking pretty fun. We got her textures for the character kind of a little bit better. Her shoes are still looking a little too wet, so there's definitely like a roughness error that we got to fix up and everything. That's not a problem. And then yeah, this is kind of what it is for these two characters at the moment. So yeah, kind of just the spellcaster character and Malfoy, and we may end up doing one extra ability for each of them. We're thinking about for her, whether there's an ultimate or another ability, having like a complete knockaway or some kind of other crowd control kind of ability. And then for Malfoy to have kind of more of like a dash, so he can more avoid these kind of abilities. Because I mean, that's going to be the thing. It's like if there's spellcasters and like gunners in this game, then Malfoy, who just is melee, is going to have some major problems with that. So so we need to get from gap close, or have a shield or anti-crowd patrol, something like that. So, but yeah, I think that is it for these two. So between multiplayer functionality, more functionality for the spells through to Revanera, the new environments that we're kind of working with and everything. That's going to feel a lot more fun. The new UI setups and everything. We'll have the peer-to-peer. Hopefully, we'll have some builds here in about a month or so. I'm really hoping to get it builds to our patrons, especially right away, so they can kind of just sort of drive around and see how fun it is to drive. What else? Okay, so yeah, and then there's Bucky. Bucky's been a big project recently, and he is currently in. Where is he in? He should be in levels. No, let's see here. I think he's in maps. Is it lobby map? Marketing? Yeah, marketing map. Alright, so this is where I actually set up the, we had our actual screenshot for the game. I wanted to do like some cool lighting, so these are like light bulbs and everything so I can get better lighting. I wanted like some kind of evil lighting for the book character, for the evil book, and hopefully I have some voice acting for that. We just found a voice actor for Malfoy. Our voice actress for Revanera, it should be coming up pretty soon. So yeah, hopefully we'll have some good voice acting in the game soon. Voice acting for Bucky's already been done by Eli Harris, fantastic voice actor. And I'm super excited to get him like in game and get it working. So this is the new champion Bucky. He's kind of like more of a, I guess, more stereotypical redneck character, sort of, but he's a mixture between a gunner and a crowd control champion. So he's kind of a little more of like a tanky gunner or a bruiser type. He's our first kind of bruiser. Malfoy's kind of a bruiser, sort of. But he's more of a glass cannon, whereas like Bucky's a lot more of a bruiser. He's like a tall, slightly more like actual proportion character. Since these characters are from different worlds, these two look more similar, but this character is still very stylized. He has very Popeye-esque arms and stuff like that. Something fun. And he'll have his two, his mechanics will have his two like shotgun blasts, right? This will be red, this will be blue. And so the idea is that one of the shotgun blasts can do at a range, and the other one is a buckshot, where it's kind of a spread shot kind of thing. And the idea behind his hold side to side is that the longer that he holds, I'm thinking it'll be the buckshot or both, is he'll actually shoot himself in the opposite direction. So in a way, that can be a gap close if he wants to get closer to an enemy or something like that, or it could be an actual like escape, right? So if you're about to get attacked in your Bucky, then you can like shoot away from your enemy, not only doing damage but also gap closing away. So it's like an escape of sorts. And the other way is if like for his crowd control, he basically has like a tow truck, and so the tow truck allows for a back hitch hook, and the way that it's going to be done for now anyway is going to be basically press a button. That way you're not having to like maneuver the hook manually, otherwise that might be extremely difficult to do. We'll figure it out. I think that we'll just play around with it. Maybe we'll have the hook be manual, but right now I think pressing a button within a certain time frame, like maybe like 4 or 5 seconds, if you run into an enemy or an ally character, then you'll hitch them into your vehicle and be able to drive them either off the edge if they're an enemy, or say if your ally was hit by an attack and they're slowed heavily, then you can use that ability to bring them up to speed to your current speed. That way they're not slowed for a long time. So say if like they're here and you're here, you can shotgun blast at them, catch them, and then drive forward, and they'll catch up to your speed, which is just kind of more of an ally CC thing that you don't see very often. But yeah, he's kind of like a fun little character I've been building the past few months. I've been kind of like designing him and putting him in engine, getting his props done, so he has this kind of like fun shotgun, and then he has this banjo, which is I'll go ahead and move the banjo. You guys can see it. It's kind of hidden back there. So he has banjo. And so the banjo will actually have his own mechanic, assuming that we do more mechanics than 2, to where it can create an AoE shield. So if he's the only one in the area and he doesn't have any allies in the area, then he'll gather all the shield for himself for a designated amount of time. However, if his allies are in the area around him, then that will be split amongst everyone evenly. The shield will anyway. So if he basically will strum his banjo and then give himself a big shield if he's by himself, or he'll give his allies a Vin shield relative to how many people are around him that are allies. So it's more of like a temporary buff shield. Anyway, yeah. So that's gonna be Bucky. He's gonna be a fun little character. We'll figure out Revenera's next attack, and Malboy's probably a gap close, just because he's very, very melee oriented. Or give him something where he can slam down and it'll give him a little bit of range with like some kind of like rock smash or something like that. We'll figure that out. But anyway, this has been the new Chaos Kart devlog. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Daniel, and hopefully look forward to seeing something a little more soon, since now that I have finally graduated, I have a little more time on my hands to actually do videos and to do more development stuff. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Baka Bros Entertainment for more updates on our game development videos. And just remember, keep on developing, bros.
Happy developing, bros.